So yeah, who would have thought a woman who made such, inspiring TikToks on the caliber that I just showed you wouldn't know how to run a boxing event and would backstab like the only YouTuber who's still respected her husband enough to, I don't know, come out and back support and drum up support for this creator clash twice. Even he's even got, his employees fighting in it this time round. Who would have thought backstabbing him over the fact that, he wants Israel to exist as a country because, I don't know, he's Jewish? Who would have thought that would have backfired? Who would have thought boxers on the card would all drop out? Who would have thought H3's employee would drop out when you make a very personal video, a cringe fest, where you're putting up your little middle fingers to H3 for being Jewish? Let's be honest, that's what it is. I'm going to say it how it is. You hate him because he supports, he wants his country, Israel, to exist. Clearly, we are dealing with intellectual titans with the Jomas here. Just absolute geniuses who really should lecture us about their geopolitical views. Because, they follow their prophet, Hassan Piker, who's also another intellectual genius, who's such a great womanizer. Oh, he's so attractive, he had to go to Germany all the time to use prostitutes. Wow, what an intellectual, what a womanizer, what just a charming individual. Serial prostitute user in Germany using sex traffic victims. Wow. Oh, he is the moral arbiter of truth. He is just such a moral, just righteous person who we should all follow. And how do they think how do they wouldn't turn up for an event with such titans behind them like Hassan Piker? How did they know that all their Jewish boxers would drop out because, they're Jewish and they don't like a video with a literal swastika sword in it? Wow. How was they meant to know? Because these are the greatest boxing organisers to ever exist. These are intellectual titans. iDubbbz is an intellectual titan. When he bullied Leafy over his chin, that was intellectually stimulating. That was an intellectual genius. When he bullied Keemstar for being a gnome, intellectual genius. When he, got trolled massively by Sam Hyde, intellectual genius. So how could anyone see this coming? Crying at the end of your video, where you put up your middle finger at the start, like a fucking cuck. Oh, it's upsetting because I have relationship problems. You're a grown man crying on camera to some guy who isn't even your therapist, by the way. He's just some YouTuber pretending to be a therapist. Wow. Just absolutely amazing. And the fact that Creator Clash 3 is going to fail, I just can't believe it. The last one was just such a success. How they made no money whatsoever. They lost money and then had to raise money for charity afterwards in a pathetic, boring stream. Wow. Yeah, it's just really shocking. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I'm completely shocked that Creator Clash 3 is falling apart. And I'm just completely shocked that that people aren't supporting it, considering they're morally righteous actions. It clearly just shows what a terrible fascist world we live in. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you. Bye.
You look me in the eye and you tell me which one of you two let that filthy nonce back on our streets.